So hello, if you're tuning in, Alba versus Forfar today. Fourth out of six Alba friendlies so far. It's been a 3-1 loss to Partick Thistle, 3-0 win against Cumbernauld Colts, and a 4-1 win, an emphatic win against Stirling Albion. And there's more League 2 opposition today as Forfar Athletic visit. I've already spoke to the kit man, and he's got bad memories of when Alba won in the playoffs here. But hopefully it's just going to be a good game today as it was back then. I'll just go through the teams. Number 1, Mark McCallum. Number 2, Roberto Nditi. This is the Forfar team. And number 3 is a trialist. Number 4, Darren White. Number 19, Andy Munro. Number 10, Craig Slater. Number 6, Kyle Hutton. Number 12, Callum Moore. Number 16, Kevin Hanratty. Number 17, Ben Armour. Number 9, Matthew Aitken. There's a whole bunch of the trialists on the bench. It's just 2 signed players. I'll say number 15 is Yusuf Hussain and number 21 is Lewis Sanderson. But apart from that, you've got trialist number 22, trialist number 5, trialist number 23, trialist number 20, trialist number 8, trialist number 14. And I will say, actually, I just noticed that the manager, and I'm assuming that Gary Harkins is assistant manager, or at the very least coach, they are both named on the substitutes bench, so not registered though, so maybe that's just to fill the gaps in so far. For Alloa, we've got a trialist goalkeeper. It's going to be the first appearance for him in this pre-season. Number 2, Scott Taggart. Number 20, Cameron O'Donnell. Number 19, who everybody knows already, it's down as a trialist, but it's George Stanger. Number 23, Andy Graham. Number 3, Dan Church. Number 8, John Robertson. Number 16, Adam King. Number 12, Stephen Skugel. We've got number 10, trialist, who we've seen a bit of already, 2 goals against Cumbernauld Colts. And number 18, Connor Salmon. On the bench, it's another sub-goalie, number 71. And 15, Ross McKeever. Number 9, Stephen Buchanan. Number 6, Paul McLaren. Number 14, Jamie Comrie. And number 5, a trialist. Again, we've seen a bit of him so far this season. It's I've just had, just before the game I had a conversation with the kit man at Forfar, and he seemed quite buoyant about the mood. Thinks Forfar will be good fare in League 2, and it's going to be interesting to see how they fare today against Alloa. Stirling Albion were one of the early favourites, and probably didn't they look like favourites after their defeat. So we'll see how Forfar stack up, because it is pretty much, I'll say, almost a full strength Alloa team. We're missing Kevin Colley today. He's just got married yesterday, so I suppose congratulations to him and his missus. That's just the other one missing for Alloa. If you saw the pictures of Tuesday night, is Mark Durnan. He had a little slip at a corner, and it seems to have rolled his ankle. So there's a picture from the photographer of him with his feet getting iced, but he limped away. As Alloa come out onto the park, and what's getting a familiar sight in their orange kit, like prime Netherlands. And the numbers are all over the shop today. Forfar, however, they've got their right strips. It's just it's actually the same template as Alloa's away kit, just with a black trim instead of Alloa's navy blue. So, we're going to be shooting into the railway end. Certainly somewhere that they like to fire in second half as the Clipmannon Road end with the fans behind us. Not very busy in comparison to the last few games, but we are underway. Forfar kick is off. I'll do my best with the Forfar team. It's not a team I know too much of, as it's passed up the line, and Andy Graham's no too comfortable It's decent goalkeeping, good handiwork as he releases O'Donnell. It's trialist number 10, giving a firm pass to Cammy O'Donnell. He loses control on Forfar. Walk the ball away from that throw-in. Does look like Robertson's going to read this well, and assume that was high feet for Skugel. It's penalised anyway. Forfar free kick. So I think trialist over on the far side just now. Want to keep an eye on. We'll just go through. Kyle Hutton's a player in the middle who's plenty of experience in the Championship and League One with Dumbarton. It's Clyde and no, sorry, Adrionians it will be. Andy Graham to Church. He lobs it through looking for Salmon. It's neither of the two shorter Alloa players can grab it. Salmon does well. It's one of his strengths to press defenders high. Great physicality. Taggart with the ball in. No one there, so it's catching practice, and it's well caught by Mark McCallum. I'm on my own today again because it's my number 2 commentator has been struck down by COVID. It's always difficult to do the commentary on your own. Nobody to bounce ideas off. That's it. Salmon not quite getting that ball returned by Taggart. We'll keep the ball on the far side of the park to win the throw-in. Vocal support for Forfar. I think so far this is probably the least attended game. A good 600 against Partick Thistle and I think just shy of 500. Maybe after you add the stream numbers would crack 500 against Stirling Albion. Certainly looks sparser on the terrace. Which maybe not a bad thing after the nonsense against Stirling Albion. That's a great ball over the top though. Looking for trialist number 10. Taggart delivery into the middle and Skugel can take it down. Flashes the shot off that's number 2, Roberto Nditi.
Come on, Forfar!
Taggart. Again, he's going to put the deep cross in. This time, not directed very well. Sends it straight out of the park. There's a strong wind blowing down at the railway end. But other than that, you have to say today, it's prime conditions for football. So the Forfar centre half getting the better of Salmon. Sends it back to his goalie and awkwardly lofted. Taggart can't pick it up, so Forfar get away scot-free. Nditi. Gets it wide to Hanratty. Poor touches from Matthew Aitken. Certainly scored a good few goals last season. And the other man up front for Forfar, I've not mentioned it, Ben Armour, who was at Alloa last season, but you would never know that. Just a handful of appearances. Struggled with fitness for most of the season. Adam King back to Church. I'm not sure either. Another former Alloa men. So last season, Steph McCluskey. Not sure if he's still at Forfar. PJ Crossan as well. Taggart just muscles out, and Stanger plays the ball out, safety first. And DT with plenty of space at right back. Lofts the ball, it's a poor one, easily cut out by Church, and John Robertson plays excellent in that holding role. Alloa working it out. As I say that, a long lofted ball by Stanger. Cut out by Forfar and knocked into Aitken. It's going to be space wide as well. Delivery in the middle, it's missed. Dan Church leaves it opening for Hanratty. He just fluffs his effort straight at the Alloa tryless goalkeeper. Big opportunity though. So Craig Slater, the former Partick Thistle and Livingston midfielder. And not the greatest challenge for Adam King. Gives Forfar a free kick. Just about 10-15 yards into the Alma half. Callan lobbing it forward. It's not the cleanest of takedowns from Taggart, but Adam King will grab it before it goes out and plays a searching ball. Tryless number 10 getting the foot and doing very well, and he's held back by the Forfar defender. The referee sitting, watching, but doesn't blow the whistle. I think he's unlucky. But indeed he's well closed down, and Alloa buzzing about. Skugel drives it low. Take by Mark McCallan's good. Extremely bright sunshine just now. Just look back at that chance. Forfar guilty of overplaying. I mean, they are working it into the Alloa half just now. Matthew Aitken. Slater. Across the park, it's Hutton. Spreads it wide. Hanratty coming in. Left-footed cross. This should be an easy cutout. Dealt with by Church. Skugel. Working his man. It's loose touch. But Andy Graham does put a nice challenge in. I think we're getting Forfar getting penalised for an offside by I assume. Any danger on the Alloa goal abates. Again, that's a loose touch from Salmon. Let's in Forfar. Aitken's robbed by Church. And safety first. I don't think Alloa are too happy about how they've lost the ball. A couple of loose passes so far. And DT forced all the way back to McCallum. He lofts it long, it's well won by Stanger. And Taggart does enough to cut it out with the body. Plays it low along the floor. There's a bit of pace in Alloa's tryless number 10. Just beyond him, and calmly dealt with by Forfar. It's another long, lofted effort. I suppose it's dealt with within an Alloa defence, but Forfar's midfield. Take it. It's an interesting dinked ball in. It's not taken down well by the Forfar strike force, but Hanratty's played in and behind. And one of the Alloa players, it's Adam King, who eventually latches onto the cross. It's the first few defenders were beaten. Try list number 10 trying to get the flick on from Salmon. That's better play. I suppose using the channels. It's an awkward takedown for O'Donnell. The youngster keeps the ball, chests it down, knocks it back to Church. And Alloa can come away through Robertson. Taggart. Scugo drifts in, plays the ball in. It's an awkward one. I think it's off the Alloa try list. It is. Maybe not the best way they said. I just remember the effort against Cumbernauld Colts. Scugo, again, the creator, flicked it in. Try list number 10. Could have been on a hat-trick that day if he'd produced more of a header. Maybe not the greatest aerially. Ground game was not too bad. Two tidy finishes as he lobbed the keeper first and then found the angle in off the post to grab a brace on that day. But here is O'Donnell. O'Donnell's had one assist so far. I'll say one at least, because he must have assisted an own goal at Cumbernauld as well. But in the last game against Stirling Albion, his cross found Scugo, who directed it into the bottom corner just from a similar area. It's good Alba movement. Scugo goes back to Church. Alba just knock it around the park, happy in possession. They play such a wide formation. I tend to call it a 3-4-1-2. That's a great challenge by O'Donnell. He's robbed. But that time was not as full-blooded. He didn't. I think he allows the Forfar defender to get in. Hanratty and Nditi. Hutton switches play to the try list, the Forfar. Andy Munro again finding the left back. Hutton and Slater linking up. And the dinks wide. And, well taken by Cammy O'Donnell. Alloa have the overload. Try list number 10. Ops for Salmon, and that's the difficult pass. It would have been much better if he could have played in either Adam King or O'Donnell, the two inside. Maybe a bad bit of decision making there. Couple of bright moments though from Alloa in this first 15 minutes. A little mistake, of course, for the best opportunity of the game so far. But Forfar couldn't exactly find the net as Hanratty send it straight at Alloa's try list goalie. Hutton spreads that one across the park. Hanratty's got Nditi forward of him. Slater delivery into Aitken. Oh, sorry, that's Ben Armour in the middle. Should recognise him. Ben Armour though, he's robbed of the ball. Cammy O'Donnell's header's not convincing. Well, I just seem to have the men in the right places, and Robertson is upset at that pass, but safety first. That's knocked it straight out of play just in front of Forfar's bench. I assume that's Gary Irvin, the Forfar manager. I'm not too up to date on lower league managers. If he's bald man with the beard, good chance it's Gary Harkins though. That's a great delivery, and Aiken heads it always over. A tidy cross, and if it was a better delivery, that would have been in. Just in the end, Aiken couldn't get over it. Well, we'll thankfully have the goal kick. At some point I'm going to slip with the names. It's a well-known goalkeeper for Alava. Played against us last season. So there's your wee teaser. Stanger out wide to O'Donnell. He's got the runners in front again, Alava. Just the three drifting in. That cross though is behind Skugul and Salmon. I was saying with this formation, it's a 3-4-1-2. It's very flexible. You have the attacking midfielder who's Skugul today. He gets to slot into whichever area he feels is the most dangerous. One of the strikers often runs the channel. Salmon's a great target man. Stanger knocking it up. Easy take though for McCallum. He dominates that box well. Aiken to Slayer and the try list, and Forfar's turn to just knock it about. McCallum, he opts for the long one. Good challenging. That Aiken just put off by Stanger. Ball runs through for Alava. So Andy Graham will carry it away, and it's a bit slow. Gave the ball away, gave the foul away. Ben Armour just nipping at his ankles, grabbing the ball away, just getting the toe in before Andy Graham could react. It's a bit slow from the Alva captain. Salmon's delivery. Or Salmon on the end of the Forfar delivery. Nice and calm defending, and Alava stand up well, and they could have a break on here. Salmon in the channel. He'll have O'Donnell going wide of him, but he opts to drive into the box himself. He does really well. Delivery across is well cut out by Andy Monroe, and Alava will get the corner. A couple of goals from corners already. Or is that a throw-in? It is going to be a throw-in on this near side, so not as positive as I thought. Good running from Connor Salmon though. I think probably still one of his strongest attributes, even at his age. Big, strong runner. That's an awkward one, but well, I'll say it was going to be cleared by Andy Munro, but it's eventually broken for Robertson, and he's knocked it off a hand to win a free kick on the edge of the box, and very nice area. Andy Graham can get forward, Stanger can get forward. Church will be forward as well, although I don't think he's as apt a target man as the rest. Adam King will be buzzing about that area. I think a lot to be wanted Robertson with that cross. Never really challenging. .20 minutes in. Not too much to speak of in front of goal. Nice friendly atmosphere. Both teams going through the motions, as that's what it's all about. Big preparation, or the big competition that they're preparing for is the Premier Sports Cup. Alloa kick off their campaign against East Fife on the 12th. They'll have Premier League Ross County after that. I suppose bucket in between actually, so Premier League Ross County on the Tuesday night after, and then they end it up at fellow League One side Dunfermline. Well, that'll be tough competition. And just in a quirk of the fixtures, it's Dunfermline the first week in League One as well. Both of them away. Just a bizarre double header. I mean, that'll show some interest in thoughts as we just wait for Andy Munro, who's out his face. That'll be a good gauge for Alloa and how they stack up against what is going to be one of League One's favourites. Obviously there's quite a lot for Forfar to build on here. They've got quite a lot of trialists, but Scugo is well cut out, I guess, in the end by Andy Munro. Again, maybe no the most confident of challenges. As the ball pinballs up the line. Good footing by John Robertson. Calls for the throw-in, but it is going to be awarded to Forfar. And DT, the right back. And we've ended with a Forfar throw-in, as NDT's fouled by Church. Craig Slater coming over to swing it in. They expect Andy Munro. Darren White and trialist as well to be in there. As it is, it's launched over at the far side. It's Callum Moore on the far side who looked a bit feared to take it. In the end, it just goes for a throw-in. Again, the trialist with the throw. Slater a bit nervous to put it back to Forfar centre halves, and bearing down on them as Alloa's trialist number 10. Just clears it just about, but under a lot of pressure. Forfar get the break of the ball as well, so goes for their throw-in. That's a George Stanger, the former Hamilton man. Was at Stirling Uni on a non-contract deal, and ended up on loan at Dumbarton, bizarrely. But that's a head knock for Rudden as he lofts it high. That was Trilist number 10 takes a sore one. Decent free kick though. That in-swinging ball will be delivered by O'Donnell. Again, Salmon in the box, Andy Graham in the box. Those are the two big men to hit. George Stanger as well. His delivery is poor. It's hit the first man. Scougall will recycle it. Second attempt. Left-footed one's great delivery in, and that's awkward across the box. And it's Trilist number 10. Third goal of pre-season. Alloa are up. And again, good running from him. So the second bite, O'Donnell's delivery, and it's Salmon I don't think gets anything on it, but strong enough connection from Alloa's Trilist. Number 10, like I say, third goal of pre-season. He's shown he knows where the back of the net is. Alloa 1, Forfar 0. 25 minutes in, that's Alloa scored the first half hour in every game so far except the one against Partick Thistle. See how they do against Wraith in the final game for really established championship teams. I think it's going to be interesting to see what Queen's Park team takes the field on Tuesday after they come back from the Netherlands. Ball forward to Armour. He's muscled out by Church. Between O'Donnell and Robertson, they've put Hanratty under enough pressure, knocking that ball out the field for a Forfar throw-in. O'Donnell again, he's done very well in defence today. Some great challenges. He's won the ball back there as well. Alloa's number 10 chasing down the goalie. It's good to see. When you see a hard-working striker, I think that's one of Brian Rice's demands. You can hear the shout from the sideline as well. He's no happy that Alloa are sitting so deep, so you can see he wants more goals. Andy Graham, that's a great challenge. Well-timed sliding effort. Church looking for O'Donnell to give him space wide. Graham, Church. There's O'Donnell wide now. It's a bit awkward, but wins the free kick as the challenge comes from behind. I think it was a bit of a light one, a light award there myself. Bit of an awkward kick from Alloa's Trilist goalie. DT to Slater. Tries to curl one in for the run of Callum Moore, but Callum Moore's ball across this time. It's going to be picked up by Alloa's number 81. That's it. Anybody know who it is? Points for guessing. If I see it online, I think he's a tidy goalkeeper. Experienced at League One level. That one's just short from Robertson as he tries to pick out Taggart. Ball launched in, but Andy Graham will easily pick that up. It's a bit awkward from Taggart, and you could see what Salmon was trying to do. He was trying to loft it over his head, but the no-look pass across the field, just a bit awkward. Sends it the wrong direction. Still two players on the bench for Alloa that are unsigned. got another goalkeeper who we've seen a wee bit of. Number 5, who's a striker as well. So I'm talking to his father, who is doubles as his agent. He was giving me a few stats to use, a few bits of info if we see him later. He said that Forfar were also inviting him for a trial. They wanted him to train this week. Preferred Alaba though. McCallum lofting that. And Ratty's touch just escapes him. Skugel. Ball is going to bounce into the park, and it's quickly closed down, knocked out the park. Again, another throw in a advanced position for Alaba.
Come on, Forfar!
That's it, ball lost under the porter cabins. The second one's in, and Robertson is going to look for the run of Taggart. Taggart gets his head up, but he can only put it straight up in the air and away for a Forfar goal kick.
Come on, Forfar!
Strange. That'll be away. So Alaba on that far side, just a bit awkward again. They knock it wide out of the park. Forfar can come away with it. So far, I think Forfar have been happy to hit the long balls. They've not had much joy hitting it uptake, and there's a bit of space in behind Callum Moore. I'm not sure what he's aiming for. He's way wide in Ndite, chasing it down, but it's a forlorn effort as it goes for a throw-in. Won against them in this first half, so maybe things can turn in the second. So far, I think they'd be in a competitive game. They'd be kicking themselves for the chance missed straight at. About to say his name there, but Alaba's trailerless goalkeeper. And Ratty should have done well, but should have done better with the finish. Stanger. Taggart. Finds Skugel nicely in the pocket. It's a good touch from Skugel as well. Alaba's number 10. Driving it towards Salmon, but Alaba will retain the ball after that awkward bounce from over the top of Aitken. I don't know. And again, I've got to give praise Brian Rice how his team's set up in this 3-4-1-2. It's always fluid, there's always men spare. When Alaba are pushing, there's 5 forward. I don't think they've had to resort to that so far in this game, but they seem to have all the spaces covered. It's tidy enough. But this one's given away, and Slater plays the wide ball. Ben Armour's got space to run into, but he is ruled offside. Just as he gets into the crossing position. I suppose not awful lot of danger either in that one. Still this goal that separates the sides. Skugel's looking to add more. And it does flash across towards goal. They win a corner. So this it comes off the first man for Forfar. John Robertson, who's handy enough in there. I'm surprised he's no He's been designated as the corner taker. He is a shorter figure, but tidy enough in there. It's good delivery at the front post, headed up in the air. He's going to go for a goal kick though. Minutes until the second half's up, or the second half whistle will get blown. I suppose the end of the first half were all over the place with the commentary today. That's a nice ball launched into Hanratty. He's blocked, and Diti. Again, I'm not sure what he sees. Even if Aitken was onside, that's a difficult ball to take down. Salmon with a great trap. And the goal scorer, was number 10. And that's nicely worked. Did need to be a bit more powerful for Alloa, and the counter attack will be cut out by Dan Church. He's playing it almost a Kieran Tierney role, much more comfortable on the wing, but he's in a central three as Alloa are a little short of defenders. Craig Howie out today. As is Durnan. And Scott Taggart certainly played in that area, but this is the first time, that's in the last game, where we've seen Church play as one of the centre halves. Skugel wide to Taggart. I think you lose a lot when Taggart's placed in that solely defensive position. He's always available on that right wing. Church draws one low, and a little collision between Craig Slater. That's Slater anyway. Oh no, Hutton, sorry it is. Between Kyle Hutton and Alloa's try list. Forfar with their own try list on this left side. Aitken. Again, you can see the players shaking off the pre-season rust as Aitken combines with Forfar's left winger. He can't magic up a touch and sends it for an Alloa throw. We'll see how this affects Alloa. It's obviously 6 pre-season games, 2 a week. So they're starting the game. Ryan Rice said that he wanted to play them into fitness. There's no substitute rather than just playing. That's certainly been the case so far. Lots of minutes in the legs. See how this affects our League Cup campaign, how it affects the beginning of our season. Skugel thinking and diving. Doesn't get any joy on that side, and Alloa win the throw-in. Again, just look at how he's always available. Excellent player is Stefan Skugel, former Sheffield United midfielder. St Johnson, Livingston. Played into Taggart there, but just nipped away at vital moment as he tries to make the chop inside. That intricate triangle from Alloa is not the greatest, and for trying their own interesting passes. They give it away, but it's given straight away by Adam King. Trailers number 3 launching it up the park. Taggart lofting it into the channel. Salmon will run on, use his body well. King flashes one. He scored a hat-trick last time out against Stirling Albion. That's it, aiming for the top corner here. You see Alaba, the give and go. Just too narrow an angle for the Alba midfielder. Four minutes to go until half time. I think Alaba have grown into the game Forfar. But from that early shaky moment from Alaba, they've not really been involved. We've not seen a lot from the Trellis goalie. Almost need to bring the kids on. There's a few of them on the bench. Skugel. Again, touch of class from him. Oh, that's a beautiful lofted ball. His goal scorer puts the ball into the middle, but no one attacking. And Robertson's misjudged that. It's a brilliant slide challenge from Stanger. Cuts out at a vital moment, and Adam King, can he escape 2 players? He does. Gets the flick back to Robertson. Probably doesn't want the ball back after all this work he's done, but that's unbelievable. It was almost unbelievable. If it had made it through, Robertson with a flick off the outside of the foot. Adam King, Robertson and Taggart. Again, beautiful interplay, and you could see the confidence flowing, especially from Taggart and Robertson, 2 of Alaba's experienced players. They're enjoying their football under Brian Rice. Adam King, he's a tidy finisher, can hit one from range. Showing off his passing there. Skugel's ball into Salmon, that's a bit wayward. Slater, that's a nice ball over the top. Matthew Aitken up against Stanger, stands on the ball. As soon as he's got his back to the play, he's struggling, and Stanger absolutely dominates him. Robs him of the ball, and Alaba have nice tidy possession. They can come out of the defence very easily. But so far, you have to say, you can see the gulf between League 1 and League 2. There's a little pull from Alaba. But Forfar going to be able to cut them open. Plenty of numbers back. Delivery is straight towards Dan Church. Time for the counter attack. It's going to be positive numbers, but I say that number 10 finds O'Donnell, and he seems to go for the near post instead of cutting back. But wins the corner. It'd be much easier if I could just say number 10's name. He's again looked lively in this game as he battles for a contract. His experiences in the West of Scotland Football League. He's looking like he's enjoying it in this Alaba team. Here's Mark McCallum. Easily takes Robertson's corner. Delivery. Nice catching practice for him. That's his squeeze eyes on Salmon. So that he can tackle keepers when they kick it out like this. They can when they do this though. Stanger up. He will head it wide. Armour will just see it out. And 45 minutes gone. Alaba 1, Forfar 0. It's try list number 10 on the score sheet. Again, And there's not much else I can say apart from Forfar not really challenged. Allowa's trellis goal in. It's probably something with. Same team. That's what I heard. That's what I've been told. Which is quite funny. How did you know that? Or did Kieran tell you? No. Did Kieran tell you? Did I not? I don't know. Did I say this the other day? I don't remember. I just thought it was funny because you'll be getting. Imagine a wee guy, same height as Hugo, two of them are the same height, chasing you down the street. Robo, he's a man. He's a man. So, I ken this guy, he's really good. Right. So back for the second half. Allowa 1-0 up. No changes at half time. Just looking for Forfar's team. As far as I can see, it's the same one that ended the half. Just as we set up. Stanger. The Taggart. He's got that signature drop of the shoulder. Doesn't he get away from Callum Moore this time? Wins the throw in though. Adam King. Again, Taggart winning the throw in. There's no an awful lot for Allowa's. Probably the first 11 players you'd say the veterans in this game now. Much more excited to see the number of trialists as Andy Graham tries the overhead kick. Flick down. Ben Armour putting Robertson under pressure, but he does well. Stanger, the ball's cut out away from him, and I think Robertson wants the foul from Aitken. Andy Graham and Stanger are back. Allowa have got plenty of numbers back there. Forfar in the end there, forced all the way back. And just as I noticed, that's number 15, Yusuf Hussain, the only change for Forfar. Robbo, this time he is going to win the foul. King. It's a poor pass. There was so much space for Taggart on the right hand side. And I'm looking for far side number 22. That's a new face as well. He's another trialist. So Hanratty is off, and Nditi's still on the far side. We've got the trialist on this left. I think we're missing as well. So Yusuf Hussain will go to left back. On that far side, number 22 to look out for. Aitken headed on by Slater. Allowa goalkeeper lobs it high. Well watched by Andy Munro. Hutton does well. So that's Slater again. Two sandy haired colour boys in the middle. That's when you're not watching on the big screen. Salmon played into the channel. Inside is Adam King. Taggart. Robertson. Robertson tries to loft it in behind it. O'Donnell just goes beyond him. I think he's disappointed that O'Donnell doesn't have the pace to keep that in. So two midfielders on different wavelengths. And Forfar lobbing that forward in search of Ben Armour. He can't hold that up, it's straight out for a throw in. Adam King, just makes it awkward for Alloa's trellis goalkeeper, who has got enough in his footwork to knock it away. Sadly, Salmon is going to be offside. Taggart. It's lobbed forward, but it's a hopeful one. Hoping that Darren White knocks it back towards his own goalkeeper as the number 10 and Salmon close in. As it is, though, they're happy to knock it all the way up. That's it, as the half-time refreshments eventually come, we're back into the game. Forfar didn't have the greatest result against fellow League One opposition. Dunfermline hitting them for 6 earlier on in the week in their friendly. Grim Tuesday night. It's much closer here at Alloa. Hussein with a delivery, it's well beyond.
Come on, Forfar! Come on, Ellen!
Ball in for Salmon. Does get the flick on, and that's an awkward clearance from Andy Munro. Will win the ball back. O'Donnell. It's frustrating at times, O'Donnell, just as the rain starts to come down heavily. We've enjoyed the sunshine so far, but weather quickly changing. Again, Skugel on a different wavelength to the Alloa youngster. He knocks it into the vacant channel, but I don't know. Just not ready to move for it. Goes tamely for a Forfar goal kick. There'll be interest from Queen's Park in this game. They kick off their Premier Sports Cup group against Forfar. And that'll be hosted at Oakview, just 50 miles away for Lesser Hampden.
Come on, Forfar!
Forfar then follow up with a game on the 16th of July. They're at home to Hamilton. A new surface installed at Station Park. It's this Greenfields MX that Alloa have had for at least 5 years. Ndite. Back to Hutton. So he looks inside to Slater, but then he opts for the right back. The trialist is driving through on his own. Moore. Back to this other trialist, and it's a strong challenge from Salmon. He's done well. He's won the throw-in for Alloa.
Come on, Forfar!
Stanger trying to get some footwork. It's a bit unwieldy. Doesn't lose the ball though, that's the pertinent thing. But the ball through runs straight to Forfar's goalkeeper. Again, nice and calm. Forfar trying to launch it long, and Andy Graham against former Alloa man Ben Armour. Nice and calm. Stanger again with the ball over the top. It's actually nicely flicked back the way Ndite, and Ndite will have enough time. I feel like Forfar's midfield getting a bit more space in the second half. They're having a bit more joy going forward. It's not just relented to that long ball strategy. I think they've mixed it up a bit more. Ndite forward to Aitken. Armour. And he will win the corner. But that was the best case scenario for him there. I don't think there was anyone making the run down the channel. I suspect he was going for the corner in the end.
Come on, Forfar!
Could be delivered in. Possibly Callum Moore to deliver. Just doing a quick run off of the numbers. I can't see on the far side it is going to be Moore. Left footed in swinging delivery, easily knocked away by Church. Skugel will take it down. Good foot in though from Slater. And a player who's bags of experience. And Robertson wins the header, but can only knock it backwards. Under the challenge at Aitken and Stanger behind him. We're going to see Alloa's first sub of the game. John Robertson's coming off. Ross McKeever is going to play in, and I think Skugel most likely will slot into midfield. Ross McKeever, of course, a forward. But he did play almost in the midfield the other night. I think against Partick Thistle. He was not too offensive. He was much more dropping into midfield and grabbing the ball as the rain comes down. We're 60, we're almost 60 minutes in, 2 minutes until 60. And there's maybe a bit of friendly fatigue kicking in. Well, I played an awful lot of games already. That's well held by Cameron O'Donnell. He's held off his much larger counterpart. Good strength from the youngster. Stanger wide to Taggart. King, Skugel, O'Donnell. And although O'Donnell's robbed, Church will pick it up, and Alloa will just recycle that ball. Skugel's obviously dropping deeper in the absence of Robertson. It's an ambitious ball from King. Again cut out, but Skugel, he's going to zip about in that deep area. Delivery from O'Donnell's a searching one. The clearance is behind McKeever. Forfar just get away with that. I thought that McKeever would have been quicker on his toes to collect. Not so though. Stanger going to show wide. Shoots a bring it from Brian Rice. Nice and positive. Taggart. Lobbed in behind. That's beyond McKeever. He will get it at a second attempt, but the touch just escapes him. Bit of space for Hutton. Wide. Number 22. For trialist. Hutton to Slater. Moore. Forfar with a bit of tempo injected into the game. Aitken have kept the ball well, and the Forfar trialist as well, robbed by Dan Church. He's looked a tricky winger. Big lofted ball in search of Alloa's number 10. It's easily cut out by another trialist on this near side. In fact, no, it's Yusuf Hussain. He's one of the few signed players on the Forfar bench. Yeah, if you've seen a few Alloa friendlies already, so I don't blame you for struggling to keep up with this one. It's a real lack of opportunities in this second half. And Taggart, he's looking for the free kick, but the referee doesn't give it. Forfar will have quite a decent position, and they've got a few men up, and they almost find number 22, the trialist. He slips at the crucial moment though. That could have been the first opportunity in the half.
Come on, Forfar!
Alloa giving it away cheaply, and if not for that slip, Alloa would have had a nervous moment. But now we've seen the last of our trialist keeper, not that he's had a lot to do, and he's going to be replaced. A couple Forfar substitutions as well.
Come on, Ellen!
One trialist, two trialists. Off the park goes Andy Munro. I missed the first one who went off as well. I'll need to. It's Craig Slater who's come off. So Slater's off, Andy Munro's off. So we're looking at centre midfield and centre back replacements as Alloa bring on another young keeper. He'll have the final half hour, but not an awful lot to do for who is the big name goalkeeper trialling to do. Alloa work the ball into space. Taggart this time will collect it before it goes. Finds the delivery in, and decent save. Mark McCallum. Andy Graham heads it down. Forfar are trying to advance into the space. It's just beyond everyone. Out for an Alloa throw on the far side. That was a moment where, one of the first times in this game that Alloa haven't had an awful lot of people back. Forfar though, again, maybe showing a bit of lack of quality and that they couldn't use the ball well, give it away. Certainly the player who played it under no pressure. think that's the big difference when you go up through the leagues in Scotland. I think there's often pressure on players, but just the consistency, Forfar showing a lack of that. Adam King. Andy Graham, the captain. I think he's missing an armband today, but that's a symptom of our kit man being on holiday. Kit man going on holiday during the season. What is that? I hope Pat Dunne's enjoying his Caribbean cruise, Mediterranean cruise. That's a nice ball through, searching one. It's well dealt with by White. Oh, and a little clip of the heels on trialist 22. Free kick just 10 yards into the... It's going to be 5 yards by the time Cammy O'Donnell's knocked it back. Well, that was everything right up until the pass from another trialist at left back. Sorry, right back. No, sorry, we're in DT over there. It's Hussein on the left and DT on the right. Everything right up until the final ball, and Alloa have worked it into Salmon, and he curls an exceptional effort. And that's something we've not seen too often from Connor Salmon. All the time and space on the edge of the box. Picks his spot ever so well. Goalkeeper left without a hope. Alloa 2, Forfar 0.
Come on, Forfar!
And will the heads go now? Again, it's a real touch of class from Alloa. Number 8, and again he's a trialist. He takes the ball, spreads it wide. 22, who's shown he wants to run with it. His pass is cut out though. It's a young local goalkeeper for this final half hour. How's your heading for White? It's good enough. Saitkin drives inside the tagger. Andy Graham, perfectly timed slide challenge. Moore, number 8. And DT. His delivery, well, Taggart probably had time to take it down, but he knocks it out to McKeever. He lobs it high for who is the target man. It's the quick man, number 10. Alloa hoping to force Forfar back. O'Donnell to Skugel. King, plenty of space for Stanger. Taggart's very wide, but there's space for McKeever, and just hooked out in the end, just beyond McKeever. And the changes are being made. It's Alloa's trialist number 5. That's it. Like I said in the first half, his dad was speaking to his time at Utrecht. Last few seasons, he was scouted by Sean Dyche at Burnley just before COVID. And his dad was telling me that he's also trained at the Barcelona Academy, and he was only one of the few players that managed to pick up a team after that. A fine showing to get picked up by Barcelona, and Diti's going to come off. Again, it's another trialist coming on, number 14. He seems to be going in a more attacking position, so maybe Forfar are going to try and get something out of this game. Adam King, tagger. Church. He's wide to O'Donnell. Back into Church. Ooh, a little bit of a wayward one from Andy Graham. The veteran though does find danger. He's happy to play it across the park. Alloa cruising at 2-0. Nice cushion. Alloa's number 10 crowded out in the middle. Good feet from O'Donnell. Just maybe asking too much of himself. Two trialists linking up. Number 8 and number 14. Moore. Wide to Hussein. It's the trialist, number 8. Knocking it out for the right back. He's asking a lot. I think that's trialist 22. He was playing as a right mid. Just seems to have slotted back in as number 14's came on. Seems to be playing right back just now. Skugel off Swan. Searching ball through. It's a nice easy take in the end for goalie. Hussein. Aitken ahead of him. He's not seen too much of the ball this game. Ben Armour and Aitken. It's back to Hussein, who is forced all the way back to his goalkeeper. And we're lobbed out just in front of the technical areas. They're still in the halfway line. Graham. To Church. Skugel. And Adam King. Danger. And McKeever, and that is again well worked by Alloa, playing in at the byline. McKeever, he's just a bit reticent to put the ball in first time. Alloa work it back to Adam King, who curls one header away at the front post. It's a decent defensive header, and again a chance for Forfar to break. Again, maybe a bit ambitious from Alloa, from Forfar's trailing this number 8. Alloa gain the ball back. McKeever. Couple of touches escaping Alloa there. They retain possession through Skugel. That's nicely into the pocket for McKeever, but again maybe just a bit negative. He's nicely in that pocket and he chooses to go back the way, and number 5 just can't get on the end of that lofted effort. No far away. It's one of the rare highlights of the second half. Church's delivery into the 6-yard box, but just need a bit of a taller man. And that's well lifted over the top. Number 14's in. Who's in the middle? He can cut it back. He's aiming for Moore. Adam King does well with a cut it out. Taggart. The only ball It's a hopeful one. It's been knocked all the way through. McCallum catches it before it goes out just so he can pick it up. Ready to lob it back down. Alloa not too great in possession there. Don't know if that was a bit of reticence from Adam King to play in the trialist. Nice deft header to Skugel. O'Donnell. And that is a beautiful weighted pass by O'Donnell. Cross into the middle. Hands up on the number 5 as the ball's delivered into the middle. They've done well to take that down. Why they sell where there? Well, there's Skugel. Decent delivery as well. Taggart squares the ball to Andy Graham. Stanger. Skugel. Stanger to King. And a lofted one for O'Donnell. Headed out just before it reaches him. Sounds like another Alloa substitution. Number 6. Just to confuse things, this is wrong on the team sheet. Sorry. That's Stephen Buchanan. He should have number 9 on, but he's got number 6 on. Or is it? Has Paul McLaren had a haircut? I need him to turn around to see his face. Anyway, we have an Alloa youngster on. Again, Alloa hoping to be patient with it. Not playing the ball across their back line. Stanger likes to drive it out of defence. Taggart to Stanger. Driving towards the byline, up against Hussein. He's good strength and delivers a decent cross. O'Donnell backing in, but again it's cleared well enough for Forfar. Stanger turning into a winger there. Centre back. Church's delivery's cut out. Aitken takes it well on the chest. Hutton. Ball lofted over the top. Andy Graham's charging down, but Taggart will be the first man. And Andy Graham, he's a bit disappointed that he's knocked it for a corner kick. And that's it. It is Stephen Buchanan who's came on with number 6 just to confuse us. He's got 6 shorts and 9 on his, 9 on his shorts and 6 on his shirt. Do you hear that? Aye. Just to confuse us. He's picked up the shirt wrong. Oh, I see that was Harkins who's delivered it into the middle. I think everyone knows who that is. Trialist number 8 just tries to lob it in the top corner, not far away in the end. And that's it. Gary Harkins. I suppose it's not the greatest punch away. Plenty of time for the Forfar midfielder. Stanger. Gary Harkins, he's got quick feet. He's maybe doesn't move as fast as he used to in his career. Excellent footwork though. I think it's fair to name him. Pretty sure he'll be at Forfar this season. Well, how much of that will be in a playing role, that'll be interesting to see. Ball switch well by trialist number 8. 22, who's taking up that right back berth. He's looked tidy when running with the ball for a few of the Forfar attacks. Hussein. Taggart takes it ahead of Harkins. And McKeever just manages to hurdle the challenge. I'm still going to have a good laugh at Stephen Buchanan, who's meant to be number 9. That's what happens when your kit man's on holiday. Number 9 and 6 get mixed up. If we see Paul McLaren come on with number 9, we'll know. Danger. King. Again, the rock at the back. Andy Graham always comfortable to take the ball. Well worked on this right hand side. Taggart's been released. He can drive into the box. Instead he tries to knock it. Only comes straight off White. And cleared away by Forfar for an Alva throw. Commentary. So that'll be a worrying 1-1 if we lose Taggart. He's a bit stiff. He had an injury at the end of last season. It's going to be Paul McLaren coming on, who has 9 on his shirt and 6 on his shorts, just to this is what happens when you don't have a kit man. But yeah, that's a sad sight to see, where Scott Taggart goes off limping. Extensive pre-season. But McLaren, nice interplay between him and King. McKeever lifts it. Just lifts it too far, sends it straight out the park. 2 men waiting for Alva in the middle. Disappointed. Chances slipping away. It's a nice goal for trialist number 5. I know that's what he's wanting to do. Buchanan as well. He's not really been that involved in this pre-season so far. Just a few substitute appearances at the end of games. Keep on bigging up his bags of pace. I've seen him for the youths. Harkins. It's youth versus experience here. And he drives. But it's a good foot in. Just not enough of the body in the way by the Alva youngster. Hutton, wide to Harkins. Hussein's making the run in behind. No one tracking from Alva's midfield, but Skugel does very well to cut the ball out, and we're going to see the first part of Buchanan. Stands on the ball, and I think he's penalised for a high hand there on Hutton, which is probably a bit unfair. I see too much in that myself. Yeah, there's very little in that, but it will be a Forfar free kick. Just waiting for Hutton. Obviously, it must be right in his eye. Just waiting for him to gain his composure again. Referee checking he's okay. Get back underway. Skugel again, just an unbelievable player at times. You couldn't get the ball off him in a phone box. Church delivery into the middle. Doesn't find an Alloa player. McLaren to King. And he searches for O'Donnell. It's just a foot beyond the Alloa youngster. Well picked out by King. Decent ball as Alloa look for a third goal of the game.
Good, Forfar!
High press coming from Skugel. He's going to give Andy Graham the aerial battle, which Andy does enough to put off his man. Moore, Harkins. Harkins goes for the deep delivery. Number 14's more interested in pushing Church. Neither get the ball and it bounces harmlessly away. But that clearance from O'Donnell is a bit of a waste, giving the ball away. I'd like to see him show a bit more composure. Full 85 minutes in his legs though, he's maybe showing a bit of tiredness. Good pressure from Alloa. Paul McLaren challenges well for the ball.
Come on, Forfar!
Need a moment here. If 6 gets booked, you say I'm no 6, as he points at the number of his shots. I'm 9. Need a couple of bookings just to confuse the referee. I suppose it wouldn't take much. He's saying Harkins, McLaren. Again, he's going to be tested by the experience of Harkins. But I mean, Harkins playing a fine game as he plays it just in front of Buchanan. The youngster can't get the foot in. He's chased down. Hussein. Decent ball into Moore, but Stanger gets a good foot in. McKeever wins the throw in. Again, it's comfortable, as Alloa's pre-season has been pretty much so far. It was fairly even against Partick Thistle. I think that's been the real challenge. Stanger dinked in. Well taken down by Buchanan. McLaren scuffs his effort. I don't know if that was going to be a pass or a dink over the top into the ground. Buchanan had spun away. As it is, it's going to be Forfar giving it away, so nothing to worry about. McLaren will be disappointed though, not under too much pressure. It's a big occasion for these youngsters. Andy Graham tries to find Buchanan. McLaren will pick up the second ball, but just needs to get the ball under control. But Buchanan almost robbing White, putting him under enough pressure to send it back to his goalkeeper and launch it long. Church to O'Donnell. McKeever. King. Lobbed. Crossfield ball. Trying to aim for McLaren. Moore. And plays it into a nice area for Aitken. No nonsense as Alloa clear it over the halfway line. Trilist linking up. Not an awful lot of options for that number 8. Plays it to Hutton. To Harkins. And Harkins is out-muscled by McLaren. That's I'm sure McLaren will be happy to see that. Nice safe pass back as well. And Graham can come away with it. Church. O'Donnell. They're just asking Forfar to run these hard yards as the clock ticks down. 30 seconds of the game remaining. Again, the friendlies don't ever go to 90 minutes, not long beyond. As it's fired up the park, it's out the field and game up. Call time here. Alloa 2, Forfar 0. We'll be back on Tuesday night for the final game that we'll be broadcasting against Queen's Park. I think if you've bought the pay-per-view today, it should probably there's a 5-day period if my memory serves, so you'll be able to get Tuesday nights as well if you fancy watching Queen's Park. That'll be Forfar's first opposition in the competitive games. Again, we'll leave you with the highlights of that whole game. See you on Tuesday.